Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll be doing a retool review, is what I'm going to be calling this. Because this guy came out after I did my, my 86 Junkions and Legacy Junkion review, of which I'll be linking in the description below, so that way you can go see my thoughts on all those figures that we got back in Legacy, Evolution, that's what the line was. But yeah, this new studio series, Scrapheap. Annoyingly, a lot of the Junkions have names that are junk, scrap, trash, etc. Like, have those in the names, and this is one of the other generic Junkions that you can get to build out your Junkion army, but so far they've only released 3. One being Wreck-Gar, one being Junkiep, and this one being Scrapheap. Which totally isn't confusing at all. Totally not. Yeah. So this guy is a extensive remold of the Wreck-Gar and Junkiep molds. I don't know which one he takes from more so than the other. I think he takes more so from Junkiep than he does from Wreck-Gar. Because, for comparison, here is Wreck-Gar. So, as you can see, similar-ish, mostly in the, hip. Well, this will be more evident when we get to robot mode, but he doesn't share the same motorcycle body. He shares this body more so with, again, this guy, but even then, it's a new mold. But yeah, so, yeah, the same wheels, same handlebars, not the same windshields, surprisingly enough, because this windshield is actually his head, because, as you can see on these guys, the back of the head is a speedometer sort of look, and sorry for the outside noises, there are apparently jets going on overhead. I don't know why, but there is. But yeah. So yeah, keeping up with that similar design tradition for all the Junkions so far that are the Voyager motorcycles, because there are other Junkions. So, here's the other Voyager Junkion, which is Trash Master, who is a garbage truck, and the only deluxe version of a Junkion, this being Crash Bar. And there's also the car Scrap Hook, that just turns into a pickup truck, of which they're all around the same size. I show those comparisons off in the original Junkion review, of which I'll have linked in the description and in the pinned comment below. Also, speaking of which, like, comment, and subscribe, share with all your friends, all those fun doodads. Let's continue. So yeah, you can get a deluxe figure to ride this guy, so I just need to angle him correctly. It especially helps if the deluxe has wrist swivels, so you can just bend the knees, and getting into a convincing riding look position. It works better on deluxes and small Voyagers that have thinner legs, essentially. This guy has very chunky legs that make him look very awkward. So let me try to see if I got one nearby that can, kind of work. One second. Okay, so here we have a Voyager Hot Rod from my 86 review. Again, link in the description. And I'll include a playlist to all of my reviews and all of my Transformers reviews in there as well. So just get him on there. Also might help if you remove the gun here, which is a first for the Junkion troop builders, essentially, is what this guy is. And because the original ones and Wreck-Gar came with just this pinwheel axe thing, which I never liked. It's such a stupid melee weapon. Like, just either give them an axe or a sword for a melee weapon. That makes more sense. But hey, it's what the original toy had. So, get that off to the side. Like, you can get him looking like he's actually, you know, riding this a bit more convincingly than you could for another deluxe. Like, he's, weirdly enough, the only figure that I know of that looks natural riding this, if that makes any sense. Like, it looks right. And also, you do get little kickstands to help, you know, prop it up like this. You can do that if you want a more leaning to the side look. Yeah, like, I've seen people do like stop motions with the original Wreck-Gar mold and do a Akira bike slide, which is a cute reference in my mind. But yeah. So, yeah. Let's get this guy back up. And then I can show you what he looks like with another Voyager Junkion riding him. Okay. So, here we have Wreck-Gar and Scrapheap. Or Junkion. Again, trying to keep these names in order is so annoying. So, yeah. So, as you can see, the bike mode is a little bit shorter than it would be. So, arguably the best way for a Voyager size figure like this, like Wreck-Gar here, to, you know, sit on either side of the bike would for be if the motorcycle itself was either a very big Voyager or if it was a leader class. But you can get it to work, kinda. It just it looks like he's riding like one of those like kid bikes, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so you can do it with this guy too. But like, yeah, I'll just keep it to the side for now. So yeah, so with all that out of the way, let's get this guy transformed. You can, as I showed off earlier, the gun can be stored here on the side, on, well, either side, because, well, 5mm ports are an amazing thing. But yeah, so let's get this guy transformed. Start off with, like, this is a little bit different from other Junkions, because you just untab the feet here from the shoulder pads, and then bring them down, fold down these, split the legs open on the, for some reason, ratchet at the hips. I don't know why. Like, why not just a regular hinge? If someone could explain that to me in the comments, then that'd be amazing. So yeah, and then you rotate these around, and then boom, there's your entire lower half done. Just bring all this up as well, and then bring it back. Also, yeah, take out the wheels here and set it off to the side. Open the arms up and take out the wheel here. Each one of the wheels are different. This thinner one is meant to go in the back. This thicker one is meant to go on the front. So and then bring these open, rotate them down, then you can get them open even further. So that way you can get the center part here untabbed from the chest, bring it down. Be careful because these horns, while rubbery, can get caught on the, like, this part here. Bring this part down, extend this all the way, bring the entirety of the front of the motorcycle in. You can now fold these forward, and now just accordion the entirety of the upper torso down, and then bring it up and I'll tab it into place. Spread the horns out, and now just rotate the arms forward and then flip out the hands, which on my copy are surprisingly in there tight. So, and there we go. There we have Scrapheap, Junkion in robot mode. Junkion, yes. So yeah, so readjust the camera a little bit. There we go. So there we have him. And It personally looks a lot better than this guy, in my opinion, who was the previous, like, generic Junkion dude, because he's a lot more simple in his color scheme. This guy is overcomplicated as hell. I don't understand why, but he is. But yeah, I guess it's just because, like, either the concept art or the design for the character is just this. Like, I think you could mix and match some parts from these guys together if you take them off the mushroom pegs and such, but yeah. It's more so going to work between, like, come on, stand, please. There we go. So it's more so going to work between these. Sorry. So it's more so going to work between these two. Like, you could swap the heads, kind of, sort of, with these guys, but you can't really swap any heads into this guy, I think. I haven't really tested it, but this is a good base for, like, customs. If they release, like, another generic, like, Junkion, which I honestly doubt they will, because this guy shell-formed hard, and, well, I have a feeling this guy probably will too, because he's a veritable nobody that turns into a motorcycle. Like, besides the fact that he comes with essentially, like, a new accessory, and, well, the exact same accessories for the other, like, two. Like, I honestly doubt we'll get another Voyager bike Junkion in the future. But, yeah, so. Let me get everyone else in the shot. Here is Trashmaster, Scrap Hook, and Crash Bar. So, here we have our entire, like, Junkion family so far, besides Axle Grease, because, personally, Axle Grease doesn't really fit the color scheme of the rest of these guys, because they're meant to be a Decepticon Junkion, which, okay, that's interesting, but, why? But yeah, so, let's get on to articulation really quickly, and then, no, we'll finish this up. So yeah, so for articulation, his head is on a ball joint, can do a full 360, and can look up. Helpful when you're doing, like, motorcycle shots, I guess. But if there was a bigger motorcycle that existed, maybe, like, one of the third-party masterpieces, if they have a, like, if they can be used, you could use them for those shots. I know KFC, which, yes, it sounds funny and sounds like the, chicken rush chain, made a bunch of third-party Junkions, but then again, I cannot be assured about their quality, but yeah. So, great for, motorcycle riding poses, but if you want to use this on one of the other official ones, it's gonna look very awkward. But yeah. So, full waist rotation, and you can get a little bit of an ab crunch out of this guy. On the other molds, like, where's Rekar? There is Rekar. Like, you can get more of an ab crunch because of the chest design. Like, this is just a full solid chest with nothing inhibiting it on the sides. So, yeah. So, there is a little bit, but not much. Saddlebags are on pins, so they can just move up and down. Arms can do a full 360. Can go out that far with a nice little bit of in the middle detail is what I guess the best way to call it. Bicep rotation. Elbows can go to a little bit under 90 and can only go that far. Helpful when, this is quite literally the arm support. Oh, excuse me. This is quite literally the arm support for the front of the bike. And then wrists are on rotation, and you can move them down because of the transformation. Again, waist rotation, legs can go forward that far and can go back that far on a outwards movement on a ratchet for some reason. Thigh rotation, knees can bend to a little bit under 90, and then foot can move forward and back with some pretty good ankle tilts. So yeah, so if you want another like Junkion bike for like Rec Guard to ride, I honestly say go for this guy over the over Junkiep, because this is Scrapheap. I now just remembered. So yeah, so I recommend going with Junkiep over Scrapheap because honestly, for one, this color scheme just screams Junkion more so than him. And also, he comes with a accessory that is more stable and also is blast effect compatible. I forgot to mention. If I can find one that is quickly available, show that off. So yeah, so it is blast effect compatible, which is pretty nice. But yeah, and also he looks good even without the wheels on. I wish they released this figure without having the like red spikes on the sides, because without them, I feel like he looks good. Like he looks better. He has these spikes. I know you can take them off. I've seen like forums that have had these like the spikes removed, but it looks so much better. But I don't know. It's weird. But anyway, so I honestly recommend this guy over like Scrapheap. Mostly just he just looks a lot better. Like he pairs a lot better with Rec-Gar than he does with like Scrapheap. Like, but then again, if you like the Junkions in general, I say go for them. They probably won't release another one in, I don't know, they probably won't release one for a while. So these are pretty much the only Voyager Junkion molds that will turn into giant motorcycles that we'll probably ever get. So yeah, but then there's also like upgrade kits for this guy to convert him into a generic Junkion, I think from Non-F Productions, though I do think those are out of print at the moment. I don't know if he's ever going to bring them back, but I'm pretty sure there are 3D printed upgrade kits for this guy and for the rest of these to, I don't know, to improve on their faults, also the like gaps and such that are there. But anyway, this has been me. I'm signing off. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and adios.